Okay, we've downloaded the information right now. So we have that. Now let's do part 2 here. Bar graph, bar and pie graphs. And here you're going to have an option. You're going to have to do one of them is going to be for the nationality, another for the player's position, and your next one's going to be bar or pie graph for Canadian players and which province they are from. So let's take a look at our stats here. Here's our stats. Now we're not going to use everything here, so first we're going to make a copy. It's always a good idea to duplicate or make a copy of the initial. So you go on here, so on the arrow. So how did I duplicate? I went on the arrow and I hit duplicate. And I have a duplicate of the bio information. Now here I'm looking for nationality. Okay, so we got nationality here. Okay, we got that. Now we don't want all the information, so we just want this nationality. Interesting, it tells you if they're Canadian. It also tells you which province they're from right here. So in one of them, you have to figure out which province they're from. And by me doing something here, you'll have to do something similar with the provinces. So I'll show you, and then same here later, you have to do positions, and I'll show you what I'm going to do here with the nationality, and you can do the same thing for everything else. Whoops, I don't want that. I want to delete all these. So I'm going to highlight, all I want is nationality. So I'm going to hit here, I'm just going to highlight it all, delete. So I just highlight the top here, okay, highlight all this top stuff, and hit the delete key. Okay, and it deletes everything, and all I have left is nationality. Now I'm going to turn these filters on. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to create a new filter. Okay. Oh, I made a mistake. Before I create the filter, okay, before I do this, because I'm going to highlight this column. So I'm going to undo this. I'm going to highlight from nationality all the way down here, all the way to here and to the end. So it's all highlighted. And now I'm going to hit the filter. Now I got this little tiny box arrow or whatever you want to call it. Now I can click on it. Okay. I can click on it and I can actually do a sort. I haven't yet. I can click on it and I can sort A to Z. So now I have all the Canadas first, and then I have the Finlands here and the other ones over here. So I'm going to do a sort. Now I'm going to start with a number 1 here. Okay, so I'm going to start with a number 1 there. And here I'm going to put a 2. Here I'm going to put a 3. Now if I highlight 1, 2, 3 and I go to this little plus sign, look, it'll just keep doing the numbers. Let's see how many Canadian players there are. Let's see how many Canadian. Keep going down. Keep going down. Well, more than 19. Wow. This particular year has a lot of. You'll see the older you get, or the further back you go. Okay, the more Canadian players there were. So right here there was 39 Canadian players. So 39 Canadian players. So maybe I'll do a table right here. Nationality. Okay, nationality and frequency. So how often they occur? Frequency. So Canadian. And we have 39 Canadian players. So let's see what's next. Okay, Finnish players. Okay, 2. I can see there's 2 Finnish, 1 Slovakian. I'm going to put that under other. You know what? Since there's so few of these, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 under other. Now, I'd recommend if you have 5 of one country, put it. But if there's a whole bunch, we're going to put it under other. And there's 5 under other. But let's say you had 5 Czechs or 4 Czechs or something. So when you get some of the stats, I wouldn't put too much under other. I wouldn't make the other bigger than 5, okay, unless you're stuck. And US, so we got US players. So we had 5 of those. Let's see, 1. Then I got 2, 3, and let's do the same thing. I'll just drag. Oh, I could have just counted. There's not a lot. Okay, so I drag down 6 US players that year. So we got 6 here. If I add them all up, it adds up to my 50. This is my USA players. It adds it up to 50. Now, you know, you can make these columns a little smaller. Customize it a bit, make it a little bit smaller, add your borders quickly. And put some nice shading, whatever colors you guys think. You can have a little color coding on every page or something, so it's going to be up to you. Part of your presentation, I'll just stick with standard gray here. And now I highlight all this. Okay. And I'm going to insert here. So right here, I'm going to insert this bar graph. So I got it, but it's not going to be a frequency. So over here, this bar graph is going to be something different. So here it's nationality. Nationality. And I got US, Canada, and other here. Very nice. Now let's see. You can start fiddling with it. You can make it look better. I think I'm going to make this one 3D. So let's see. Customize pie chart. I could make it 3D, 3 dimensions here. Let's see if I can find it. Chart style. 3D there. Okay, and I'll just close this off and I have my pie graph. So I've got a pie graph here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it. So I'm going to copy it. So the 3 dots here. I'm going to go edit chart, copy chart. Now you're going to have a Google Doc, okay, somewhere in your thing, probably called NHL assignment. It could be NHL stats assignment, and you're going to put it in here. You're going to paste it in here. I'm going to hit enter a few times. I'm going to paste it in here. Okay, link, sure, I'll link it, so it's linked to that spreadsheet. Okay, and I can call this my NHL assignment. And maybe on the end here I can put my name, Mr. Skomra, so I know who it is. Or NHL statistics assignment, might be a little bit better. Okay, now from over here, from here, I also need my table, so I can present my table. So I can move this over. Hopefully it'll let me move it over. There we go. Just being a bit finicky. Now move over here. I want this table as well. So I'm going to copy this table. So I'm going to highlight it, copy it, and I'm going to go over to this, and I'm going to put my table here. Link it, sure, paste. Now, it would be nice to have this beside that table. So let's see if we've got some options here. Here, wrap text. So we can make this smaller. We can certainly make this a bit smaller here. Okay, and we can move this beside it. Whoops, not inside. So if there's ever an error, you can just hit undo. So we'll move it. Still don't want it there. I want it out here. It's not going to let me, is it? Maybe I got to make this smaller. And let's bring it out here. Still not, so undo. I'm just going to keep fiddling till I get it to work. I can make it even smaller. Move it. And move with text. Let's see. Move with text. Let's see. Fixed position on page. Let's try that. Okay. Now we can move it. So I just have to change that fixed position on page here. And then I'll make this a little bit bigger so it's a little bit more legible. So I just have to change that. And I can maybe make a little bit more here. And I got the first one here. So up here I'm going to just type nationality of players. Now somewhere in here you should also tell me your season. So I know nationality of players. So maybe this is the information for whatever your season is. Okay. Now we've got this here. We've got a table here. Maybe you'd even bold this. Okay, you might spread it out. Now it's going to be up to you. You can always change the margins. You can make them larger. And then you can always move that up. However it fits there. Okay, and down here you can try to add your other graphs. Now you might want to hit enter a few times. Bring that down, maybe bring that up. You guys are going to have to fiddle with it yourself, and you'll make it look better. And maybe I'll have to tab that. So it's all a matter of playing with this software here, and then you try to fit your second one here with the bar graph, and on the bottom you're going to try to fit your third one and finish it. And then later we can work on page 2.